Hey, welcome everybody to our Wednesday midweek update. Listen to these words by Yuval Noah Harari. Certainly you've heard them before. Well, he's meeting again at the World Economic Forum. I wonder what's going to come out of that. But listen to this, words that he said not too long ago. History began when humans invented gods and will end when humans become gods. He also said the resurrection of Jesus is fake news. And then we have this story coming out of Minnesota, out of the Mall of America. It says this, it's a video, maybe you've seen the video. Jesus Saves shirt is offending Mall of America shoppers, security guard says, and orders the man to remove the shirt or get kicked out of the mall. I look at this and I think, man, things just seem to be getting worse and worse when it comes to these things. But where is all of this going? Listen, we're going to look at this in just a second because let me tell you, things are only increasing. Things are happening exactly the way Jesus said they would. But before we get going, hey, listen, I would really be blessed and encouraged if you would subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. And also share this video. And if you haven't done so, download the Hope for Our Times app. It's absolutely free to download. And we have everything on the app from events that are coming up, all of the videos that we have, articles that friends of mine write. We have the full Bible that's on the app and right on down the list. So go there if you want. I think you're going to be absolutely blessed. So thinking of this shirt and these people this guy getting kicked out of the Mall of America, listen to this. Cell phone video captured a confrontation involving a Mall of America security guard telling a man wearing a Jesus Saves t-shirt that his shirt is offending shoppers at the famously large mall in Bloomington, Minnesota. And then the guard ordered the man to remove the shirt or leave the mall. He continues and says, this is the problem. On his shirt, it says, Jesus saves. And then also on the back of his shirt, it says, Jesus is the only way. What's the problem? Well, the security guard tells the man in one clip, Jesus is associated with religion and it's offending people. People are offended. And then the guard tells the man to remove his shirt or leave the mall. I didn't say anything though, the man replies. I didn't speak. I didn't say anything. I just went to Macy's. And the guard adds, again, I'm giving you a couple of options. Take the shirt off and you can go to Macy's and you can do your shopping or you can leave the mall. You got it? Those are your only options right now. And then a second cut in the same clip shows the guard getting angry as he sharply tells the man, if you want to shop here, you need to take that shirt off. We've had guests coming up here saying they've been offended by your shirt. Take the shirt off and you can go shopping. Wow, you look at this. This is happening exactly as Jesus said it would. In fact, Jesus said this in John chapter 15, beginning in verse 20. He said, remember the word that I said to you. A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they kept my word, they will keep your words also. But all these things they will do to you for my name's sake, because they do not know him who sent me. They do not know the Father. Listen, there's a lot of religious people out there that are saying, get rid of Jesus. And we see this happening. So why does Yuval Noah Harari say what he says? Why does this shopping guard mall guy say what he says? Hey, get rid of Jesus. And then you have this World Economic Forum kind of stuff as Emily Jordan reports, if the globalists have their way, God will be removed entirely from everyday life. The people of the planet will live under forced control by elite humans who think they are God. It is the globalists who seek to conquer humankind. It is they who seek to destroy, they who are exclusionary, fascist, and sexist, and they who are committed entirely to anything and everything that makes a mockery of God and the world that He has created as outlined in the Bible. Wow, I mean, you start putting these things together, but then you also think of the words of Jesus. Okay, they persecuted me, they're going to persecute you because they don't know Him. They don't know the Father. So you have the World Economic Forum, you have Yuval Noah Harari, you have the globalist agenda all the way around. When you think of the Davos meeting going on right now this week, over 2,500 elitists from around the world, globalists, God isn't going to be mentioned, Why is that? Well, also in Matthew chapter 24, Jesus said this during the Olivet Discourse, when he talked about all of the different signs, he said this, then they will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake, and then many will be offended and will betray one another and will hate one another. Wow, and then many false prophets will rise up and deceive many, because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. You know what's happening in Davos? It's like 2,500 false prophets saying, we know the way. Yuval Noah Harari saying, I will show you the way that you can be like God. We see this, but really what we're watching is the spirit of Antichrist. That's why you have the Mall of America, the globalists at Davos, Yuval Noah Harari, the whole elite system, governors, presidents, prime ministers, kings, right on down the list. Why are they all going that direction? Well, the Bible tells us in Psalm chapter 2, why do the nations rage and the people plot a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves together, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bonds in pieces and cast away their cords from us. Let's get rid of God. Let's get rid of the Bible. Don't mention him. Cast off his restraints. We're going to go to transgenderism. We're not going to talk about marriage between a man and woman anymore. We're just going to go into these places that we remove God from every aspect of society that we possibly can. God says this is the way it's going to be in the last days. Jesus said, many will be offended because of me, and they do not know the one who sent him. But yet in Psalm 2, the Lord is very clear. He says, I will hold them in derision, he says, in fact, and distress them in his deep displeasure. Yet I have set my king on my holy hill of Zion. In other words, Jesus is coming back. So when you see these things, as the offense increases against you because you're a believer in Jesus, you can't even wear a shirt in a mall in America right now. The Mall of America in Minnesota that says Jesus saves. Listen, this is the direction it's going. It's only going to increase. We know this because Peter said it also. Jesus likened it to birth pangs, so we know this is coming. So what do? You remember Jesus is coming back. You don't have to worry about it. Jesus said when you see these things begin to take place, look up and lift up your head. In other words, with expectant joy, because you know Jesus is coming soon. So bring on these things, that's okay. Listen, if you know the Lord Jesus Christ, we are going home, and that is encouraging. We are not citizens of this world. Our citizenship is in heaven. Lord Jesus, come quickly. Listen, talk to you soon.